Oh boy.
We about to go in. Get your popcorn ready. Let's go.
Well, guys, I'm back one more time. I'm your gracious host, drummer 1980 Helen from Columbia, South Carolina. Remember this, I'm not them, I'm him. All right? I hope you're having a good day today, and if that's not the case, ask yourself why, because after all, happiness is an inside job, and it will always be an internal fact. Well, guys, we back today again with some good news. Yes, I said some good news. I said what I said. The day is one of them days, and we're going to talk about this thing. I'm going to call your attention to the screen, guys.
Family, did y'all see your girl, Joy Reid, crying? Your girl, Joy Reid, was crying that she got fired. As you know, we've been talking about this for the past couple of days. Former MSNBC host, Congolese immigrant, second gen, whatever, first gen, I don't know. But Joy Reid was canned from MSNBC, and she was on social media boo-hooing and crying. She was crying, saying that, oh, my show had value. Oh, Lord, ma'am. She was just going on and on and on about how her show had value, and she was trying to uplift this person and uplift immigrants and uplift the Asian community. And okay, all right. And then some of the Democrat shills are trying to cape for. Oh, titty nose Isaac Hayes Jr. was trying to cape. Ooh, that's the first black woman who had her own show. Shut your big flabby ass up there with your failed website. That blues. What's that? What's his website? I forgot the name of it. That failed that they tried to finesse everybody to go over to. Ain't nobody going to that bullshit. But listen, she's up here crying about her show had value. Oh, why they cancel my show? Oh, woo. She's all confused. Look, let me break it down for Joy and some of these other Democrat shills. Let me explain why Joy Reid's show didn't have no real value beyond political propaganda.
Let me chime in for about 30 seconds to a minute. Guys, be not dismayed. Just because somebody's skin tone reflects yours doesn't mean that they're necessarily on your side. The most prudent thing to do is to just listen at the substance, listen at their tongue. What's coming out of their mouth? Is it one-sided all the time? Probably 95% of the time. When it comes to us, Joy Reid was negative to the core. And this is not just conjecture. This is the truth. And like how Tariq says, she always want to help immigrants. But when it comes to us, oh my God, we Russian bots and all of this crazy stuff. Try to devalue us at every single turn. And that's fine. But now, you got the axe. And I know some people, well, she gonna have another show. You think people gonna support that? Because we didn't even support her while she was on mainstream TV. Because it's no different than times are old. And let me explain, and then I'm gonna get back to Tariq. The slave master gave a black person the whip and let them beat you with it. That's the same thing they do metaphorically with these news anchors, these entertainers, these politicians, all of them. They just get in the whip and just let them beat you. And unfortunately for us, if you pay close attention and look at the nuance of it, a wannabe is worse than the actual thing because they're trying to prove a point. So what tends to happen is they go overboard. Can I talk to somebody? Can I talk to you? They go overboard because they want to be included. They want to be accepted. And this is the problem with our entertainment class and etc. The boule, the advisor to the kings, these Greek organizations. That's what they're going to choose from, basically, to just give the whip to and just give them a few dollars and tell them, oh, you are not like them. You much smarter. Your runway is longer than theirs. They just don't understand. You bright, you intelligent.
Let's just keep it real. It's time for a wake-up call for Joy Reid and other Democrat shills. See, what they did, number one, it didn't have no value because they had selective race discussions. See, they only talk about racism when they can dump on the Republicans, and that's not real justice or activism because you provide a shield for the Democrats and their anti-Black racism. So, yeah, the only time Joy had no problem discussing racism, long as she can pin it on the Republicans and Donald Trump. And when systematic racism comes from the Democrats and liberal institutions or liberal corporate elites, she ignored or downplay it. And that just proved, that selective framing proved that her show wasn't about no truth.
No.
It was about agenda driven storytelling. That's an agenda. You know, I call out racism. Us on the grassroots, we call it out from either side. If you're a Democrat and doing some anti-Black racist, you get called out. You're a right winger, do something anti-Black racist, you get called out. We're not protecting any races. And another reason why Joy's show had no value, she would demonize foundational Black Americans while pandering to the white liberals. She was always scolding us. And any of us who question the Democratic policies, we get questioned and demonized.
That's right.
But she would pander to the white liberals who exploited Black voters. And this whole narrative she would promote, if Black folks didn't vote for Democrats, we were ignorant or traitorous, rather than really addressing what we were saying. That was a problem. The show didn't have value.
If you notice, Joy Reid, the Roland Martins, the Lamont Hills, and the Stephen A's, the Cannons Owens, they all sound the same, don't they? And they all on TV too, right? You never hear a balanced voice, because I don't expect them to be no rah-rah type, but there is a way that you can use your words and know how to circumvent certain things. I don't expect them to be like Tariq Nasheed on TV, but I don't expect you to sound like no Jesse Lee Peterson either. You see, if you don't understand race relations, just don't even engage in those conversations. Okay? Circumvent it, evade it. I'd rather for you to do that. But whenever you get on there and you know what you're saying is false, it's fabricated, it's lies, and your intent is to pull the wool over people's eyes, so to speak, to bamboozle people, to beguile people, then that makes you an enemy combatant. That's not journalism. That's yellow belly journalism. They paying you to say certain things. You a sellout. You a Benedict owner. You a traitor. You a turncoat, beloved. That's what I'm saying. And you want somebody to feel away. Yeah, we do feel away. I'm glad you got cancer. Yes, I don't care nothing about you being Black. So what? Your skin don't do anything. How you talking? What's coming out of your mouth? What's in your heart? That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the content of your character. That's what I'm looking at. You understand me? I don't have no respect for people like this, because there's going to be another one lined up that's going to do the same exact thing. And people are willing to sell you down the river as quick as you can bat your eyes. And you know why they selling you out? Because they want to live in a certain neighborhood. God almighty. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. See, Conan and Sanborn. Hear me when I talk. Conan and Sanborn. See, I don't need a Bentley in order to feel like I'm successful. God almighty, let's talk. I don't have to have a G-Wagon in order to feel like I'm successful. Especially whenever it comes to selling my people out. And I'm looking at the camera because I want you to feel this when I say it. That's not self-preservation. That is just simply greed. So I'm going to sell my people out for some trinkets. I'm going to sell my people out for a house. I'm going to sell my people out for some money, huh? See, I'm built different than y'all. I might not never drive a Bentley, and it's okay. But I didn't sell my people out. If I do drive a Bentley, it's going to be on my own volition, out of good works. My hand's going to be to something positive, something that's progressive, not something that I'm tearing my people down. So I'm living in the Hollywood Hills, but the rest of my people I'm talking down on, that won't never happen. That won't never happen. There is a difference between self-preservation, because you don't need a Bentley to survive. Guys, you don't think these people know they are in a sunken place? Do you actually believe they don't understand what's going on around them? But the thing is, they choose to put blinders on. They don't want to see it. They have some type of split personality disorder. They choose to ignore all of that and create this new person. We don't do that over here. I'm glad Joy Reid got fired. I'm glad Roland Martin got kicked off TV. I'm glad Jason Whitlock got the boot, because they was harming us rather than helping. And I know there going to be some people in the comment section. You need to self-reevaluate. Did you hear me? You need to evaluate some things if you think Roland Martin is helping us. Candace Owens saying some good things. The devil say some good things too. But what's the intention behind it? So hold on. Let me put this in perspective. You gonna go talk to white folks about us, and that's somehow helping us, huh? I don't know about y'all, but that make perfect sense to me. There's nothing wrong with white folks. Now, the white supremacists I have a problem with, and I say that every time. I have a problem with white supremacists. And it's not no KKK. I'm talking about your manager on your job, or the manager at Walmart, or your next door neighbor, or what have you. The average day common Joe Blow. That's what I'm talking about. You think this system is operating in perfect harmony and people aren't holding it up? Whenever you say government, you talking about people. Government is not some abstract term. You talking about people. And you just gonna ignore all of that. Black people need to pull their pants up. Black people gonna need to get an education. Education is the most important thing. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? Black people, the father need to be on the CDC says black fathers are more involved than any other father. Okay, let me ask you a question, Brainiac. When black people was in slavery, what was their biggest issue then? Because they was together as a family unit. So why was they experiencing such hardship? And the same thing applies right now. Our biggest issue is these white supremacists. Get these white supremacists off our backs. And that's in every area, all 9 areas of activities, according to Dr. Neely Fuller. All areas. What do you control in economics, banking system? Nothing. What do you control in the educational system? Nothing. What do you control when it comes to politics? Nothing. What do you control in any facet in life that you can think of? And people go talk about the NBA. Who owns the teams? Okay, then, so you don't control anything. Now, I can go deeper into this and tell you why, but most people don't want to hear that, because simply if you start talking about the Bible and things that happen and the prophecies, the first thing they're going to do is try to gut it, because if that's true, then they have to admit to themselves that other things in there is true. So that's why they quickly bow out or try to dismiss that. But I can tell you why you don't own nothing, because the prophecies say that you wouldn't. Now, guys, how is it so many prophecies are pinpoint accurate? See, you don't want to get into this. Now, what are the chances are everything is spelled out in this particular book? What are the chances? Maybe one thing could be true, but I can show you a whole plethora, a laundry list. I can take you down in the Bible how you got here. I'm talking about the Hebrews now. There was some Indians, some black Indians here. Yes, that's true. There was some red Indians here. That's true too. But these particular people that we talk about that came over were the builders of nations. That's what the Bible says. See, but I'm not going to get into all that today, guys. But guys, My whole premise is just because somebody look like you, don't let that throw you off from the truth. Because these people are used as a weapon to bludgeon you into going a certain way. And you should, listen at me, you should always reject anything that's not in your best interest. You should always reject anything that will have you in a sunken place. It's foolishness to keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. They call it insanity, right? We see that putting these people on TV don't work. We see talking to athletes and entertainers. These people work for somebody. And you can hear it through their message. Whether it's their song or whether it's an interview. You can hear it. And you see why they have them on TV. You see why they have them making music. Because it's always to your demise. It's always to get you off course. It's always to get you off purpose. It's always that. It's nothing good coming out of it. But guys, tell me what y'all think about Joy Reid. All right? And make sure you hit the subscribe button and come on back, guys, because it's time for me to depart from this place. Because I have a meeting, all right? But until next time, family, peace.
And remember, there is more.